What up, y'all? So we back with another recap. Yes, this video came out a little bit earlier, but I want to stop dropping the recaps before 3 p.m., which is at what time market closes in AZ time. But today's setup was really simple, really clean, A+ setup. We did have some problems with the partials, but I was able to figure it out only after the trade. So I couldn't take out partials for this trade, but at least I know what to do for the future. But let's get into this recap. So you guys can see before market open, we had a bullish bias for the day. You guys can just see it's clear bullish price action. We go into our 4-hour time frame. You guys can see that market created these 4-hour fair value gaps that we could potentially retrace down to. We go back to our 15-minute time frame. We marked out the highs and the lows of the previous session to see where price can potentially retrace down to. So you guys can see that on Asia session, we created this 15-minute fair value gap. And then when market opened, we created another 15-minute fair value gap. So right here, we're expecting for either price to retrace back into this fair value gap and go room for higher, or to inverse this gap and take out these lows down here. So we go into our 1-minute time frame. You guys can see after we get a retracement back to this London high up here, price starts instantly rejecting right at this level. So then price also gave us this 1-minute fair value gap, and we break past this level of liquidity and inverse this 1-minute fair value gap. So after the inverse of this gap, I'm looking for a retracement back to this midpoint and for my entry. You guys can see that I entered right at this midpoint down here, setting my stop loss at this level of liquidity down here, and placing my TP up at these highs up here. So what does price do? So we inverse this gap, we get the retracement, we enter right about here. So right about this candle, I'd say right here, is when I had to manually leave the position because I had problems with my partials. And you guys can see if I exit out of replay mode, I left the trade right here. I asked someone in my Discord if they knew how to take out partials on Trade-Ovate, and they did. And they showed me real quick. That's why you guys see these entries right here. But honestly, a really good setup. You guys can see that we retraced back to this level of liquidity. We had a break of structure and an inverse on the 1-minute time frame, giving us a really clean setup with no drawdown at all. And real quick, I just want to show you guys the difference on how the trade played out and how it would have played out if I would have taken out partials. So you guys can see I took this trade for about 530 bucks. But if I would have taken out partials right here and left it running for my full TP, how I would have normally did if I wasn't struggling with the partials, it almost makes a $500 difference. You guys can see right here. So yeah, taking out partials and moving your stop loss is ideal. It will make a huge difference in your trading. You guys can see right here. Thankfully, someone in my Discord was able to help me out, and now in the future we could take the setups how they were supposed to go. So that was it for today's recap, guys. I was talking to a friend earlier, and we were just talking about how hard is it to truly start from zero and learn in these types of markets. I know a lot of traders can see the difference between Biden price action and Trump price action. It doesn't mean it's impossible for you to learn, but it just means when you do get it down and you do learn in these types of markets, when we get back into normal markets, you're gonna be printing money. Trust me, you guys just can't quit. You guys have to stick to the process. Understand that these are difficult times, but it makes you a stronger trader. It makes you a more knowledgeable trader. It's like if you're playing in ranked lobbies and then you go back to noob lobbies, you're gonna be completely destroying. Why? Because you were already in ranked. I know a lot of you guys might not get that metaphor, but if you guys can take trades in these type of markets, trust me, you guys will be printing money in the normal markets. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and we'll see you guys in the next recap. Let's make this money.